Stay tuned for urban legends to ghostly tales of the paranormal, because now it's time for
Message on the Wall.
This is Message on the Wall and Haunted Cemeteries in the Sunshine State of Florida. We begin in Orlando, which is better known for Disney World, but there is the haunted Drawdy-Rouse Cemetery. This is a small graveyard on Rouse Road, set within green lawns, dotted with trees cut out into an area of woodland. When coming in from University Boulevard, Rouse Cemetery is on the left, while coming in from West Palm Valley Drive, it will be on the right. There are houses situated across from this old cemetery, and even paranormal groups advise a visit during the day rather than at night, as the spirits here are said to be angry. It's said that when a man named Benjamin Miles died back in the 1840s, he was interred in an unmarked grave, something he was not happy about. Since that time he haunts the graveyard, his presence being prestiged by the screech of an owl. Many visitors, even during the day, find the atmosphere oppressive, with the feeling of an unsettling presence. Moving northwest to Umatilla, the Umatilla Cemetery, with Golden Gem Drive cutting it in two, sits beside one of the many lakes, with this being Lake County. Like the Rouse Cemetery, this is not a place for the faint-hearted, especially at night. Most of the activity is attributed to the oldest part that lies farthest back from the road, dating to the early 1800s. This is on the left from Beasley Road and on the right when coming in from Wilson Parish Road. Paranormal investigations have taken place that have produced EVPs with photographs containing unexplained images. Strange noises have often been heard along with the screams of a woman. This could be the same female spirit that calls out for someone to help her. One story focuses on the grave of a mother and her 3 children, with a tree in front of the grave, where it is said the children have been heard playing. There are houses close by, and police make regular patrols, so any plans for a night-time investigation, even though the grounds are open, need permission. Heading for Florida's Panhandle, the next haunted cemetery is at Williston. The Wacahoota Cemetery is located on 144th Lane off a southeast Williston Road that is no more than a dirt track that can be easily missed, being on the right-hand side of southeast Williston when coming in from northeast 75th Street, and on the left when coming in from the much longer route of southwest 34th Street and Highway 75. An even more difficult to find track on the left, shortly before the road forks, heads to a very small cemetery. This is set in woodland, and because of it being in such a desolate area, is best for a daytime investigation. Our 4th cemetery takes us west to the Antioch Cemetery in Chiefland. The graveyard is located off northwest 70th Street at the end of 98 Avenue, and that is more a farm track. The spirit here is said to be that of a boy who has been named Josh. He likes to play hide and seek around the headstones, while visitors have also seen the outline of an apparition that is said to be watching over the relatively small graveyard. Heading northeast to Newbury and the Newbury Municipal Cemetery on southwest 260th Street that runs alongside, the paranormal activity is supposedly located around the entrance of the Black Iron Gates, where orbs are said to have been seen along with other unexplained phenomena in this parkland setting. Moving on to the last 2 cemeteries, we go around 22 miles west to Gainesville. The Evergreen Cemetery on southeast 21st Avenue is the largest in the city at 167 acres, but since it first began operation in 1856, houses and businesses are beginning to spring up around its borders. A small metal fence of railings borders this parkland setting, containing some wonderful works of art, watching over some of the prestigious people not only of Gainesville but Florida itself. This may be the place for a daytime investigation to try for EVPs. Directly beside Evergreen is Pine Grove Cemetery, that is possibly much older and thought to be among them the graves of former slaves. This is also a place said to be haunted. Our last cemetery is Mount Pleasant. A very narrow lane, no more than a footpath, leads to the cemetery at the corner of Northwest 13th Street and North 29th Street. This is a place where sometimes there is activity, while at others it is totally flat. Part of the cemetery is well kept, while other areas are overgrown. Even the more recent graves dating back to 2000. Being established in 1883, there is much history here. And those are a few haunted cemeteries in Florida. You've been listening to Message on the Wall, brought to you by Paranormal X, your website for everything paranormal at www.paranormalx.yolasite.com.